So we had an insane weekend in college basketball. We had double OTs, refs missing calls. We had huge upset, which made the AP rankings change and put a team in first place that hasn't seen that position in over 20 years. Let's talk about it. If you missed the games this weekend, folks, oh my goodness, we had some absolute bangers, man. UCLA, holy smokes, they almost let Iowa take the cake, and they got lucky too. So Iowa is, Iowa is still really exciting to watch. The first half, they kind of got lucky because UCLA didn't play particularly well, and they let Iowa hang right in there, man. Lauren Betts was struggling just a little bit. Addison O'Grady, she wasn't out there dominating Lauren Betts or anything like that, but she is 6'4" and she's kind of a thick body, so she was able to, along with the double teams, really make Lauren work for every single bucket. And in that first quarter, they kind of got held up at around 12 points, and they let Lucy Olson and team just stay in and pick up the momentum, which led into the second quarter, man. And that's when that Iowa team really shined, and it was looking grim for UCLA. Iowa kind of led for a little bit until we got into that fourth quarter, man. And even though Lucy Olson's skills were on full display, she hit some amazing three-pointers, it came down to the last seconds when Lauren Betts hit Dugalic for a nice bucket right underneath, which kind of set them up. And during one of the last possessions of the game, with just seconds left, Lucy Olson gets tripped up by a botched screen, falling into the ball handler, gets called for the foul, and ultimately sets Iowa up to lose the game. And in a lot of people's eyes, I think UCLA got lucky, because that could have easily went Iowa's way. Oh my gosh. Iowa played great, but Lauren Betts just was too much, and she had some help from Gabriela Jaquez and Dugalic, and they hit some great shots, and they really kept that UCLA team in the game, man. And what an absolute banger of a game. I mean, definitely a fun game to watch, and even in this post-Caitlin Clark era, Iowa is still an amazing team, and Lucy Olson has some major baller skills, man. Kudos to them for almost taking down the giant, man. Good stuff. Which leads us into the second game. What a huge upset. My gosh. Notre Dame versus NC State. I mean, this game was an absolute pleasure to watch. Going into 2 OTs, Hidalgo and company were in a battle on that court. They were lucky that Sonia Citron pulls up and hits the shot of her life to send them into that first OT. And they continued to battle for another 5 going into a second OT, only to be shut down by Triga, Brooks, Rivers, Hayes, and James, who all contributed big to take down Notre Dame. This NC State team was full of dogs, man. But even after the second OT, Hidalgo and Miles just couldn't pull through. This game was absolutely bonkers. 21 ties, 21 lead changes, 2 OTs, and we finally get our winner for the night with a major upset. NC State taking down the big dogs, Notre Dame. And today we get the new AP rankings, and Notre Dame has dropped 2 spots into the 3rd position, right underneath UCLA, putting the Texas Longhorns right in the number 1 spot. They haven't been there in 21 years since the 03-04 season. Texas is lit right now, boys. Woo! This is absolutely crazy. What a stunner. Imagine if UCLA would have lost to Iowa. Those AP rankings would have definitely looked different. My goodness. Sheesh. Madison Booker and squad definitely going to be the team to beat. They play today. We're going to be checking them out. And how about LSU Kentucky? Flage and Anissa Morrow, just too much for Georgia Amore and her Kentucky squad, and they take them down 65-58 in an exciting women's college basketball weekend. Haley Van Lith looking good as well. And that was an absolute awesome weekend of basketball. So absolutely just a stunner here on a Monday, seeing these new AP rankings. And it's absolutely wild to see Texas at the top, man. Kudos to them. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to the games today. And I'm Frankie Fingers, man, your host of the Vibe Sports Talk. And I'm out. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace.